Roger and Rosey, you're in New Orleans. You're like right there, front and center. I think you may be somewhere between Italy and us. Can you talk about I was there with you guys at Mardi Gras recently, and I know that some people are feeling that part of the spread may be related to so many people from around the world and around, different countries and different states had visited New Orleans. Maybe that's why you guys are being so hard hit. Rosey, I know you're in public health. I know you just retired recently. What are your thoughts about that?
I think a lot of problems are the young people who thought they were invincible. The Florida beach people and the Texas beach people who were out there after we were told in New Orleans to stay put. They were coming back in for St. Patrick's Day and partying in the streets. So it's not just the foreign visitors, it's our own people that were unbelieving and that brought it in. We're in New Orleans, we've been through a lot. I've got my phone sitting on a MRE from Katrina. Still have one of those. So we are like ready.
For those of you that don't remember, Katrina was the little hurricane that New Orleans suffered from a few years back. But you guys survived that. Roger, what do you think?
Our population is funny. The people around here, they're keeping a sense of humor. There's a lot of people who in New Orleans, we are like pretty much staying away from each other. Metairie, which is a suburb not a couple miles away, they don't have a clue. So they're starting to get hit with infections big time. It's spreading outward from New Orleans because these people have no idea yet. Yeah. Our mayor was good enough to shut our city down right after New York. And then finally the governor shut us down. We've got no complaints with the governor here. He's done an excellent job from what he can do.
And as far as way of life, grocery stores are still open. They're still stocked full of things. Restaurants are open, not for sit down, of course, but you can make a phone order and pick it up in a nice, safe manner and still eat good food. And I mean, we live up by the levee, and there was a guy with a tent set up boiling crawfish, ready to go. So life in South Louisiana is still, it's hampered, but it's still rolling.
We have Good Fish Fridays. Different restaurants are having big fish fries, and you can get a $15 fish fry plate. You just have to call ahead and say, hey, we're coming for it.
Yeah. Now, Roger or Rosey, compare this when you had the streets full of water. So now there's no water sitting around with the streets full. Is this more eerie? Is this different than before?
It's just different. I mean, Katrina was 10 times worse than this.
But when you were still here after the flood, there was no postal service. We were told to stay off the streets from the police and the army that were here. There were no children. There were no birds singing. There was nothing for a while.
There was nothing.
Except garbage. The smell of garbage everywhere. And we don't have garbage right now. They're still picking that up. So we're okay. But we love our garbage men.